WMNH, rip the knob off.
We're back from the break. Matt Connarton Unleashed.
All right, there it is, the new single from Warhog that is called Starflight. And welcome, everybody. We have entered hour number 3, Numero Trace of Matt Connarton Unleashed. We are live from the studios of WMNH 95.3 FM in glorious Manchester, New Hampshire. You can stream the show from anywhere. Go to mattconnerton.com/live. Jenny is here, of course, at the news table.
Present on a galley for.
And joining us via Microsoft Teams, let's get this up here. We have Scott Beatley returning to the show from the band Warhog, of course. Hello, Scott.
Hey, how are y'all doing?
Very well, very well. It's wonderful to have you on. I love this, of course, the new EP, Ethereal Journey, brand new from, this just came out, April? Wait, is this out yet?
No, it's not.
Oh, it's about to be.
We dropped the single Starlight last month on the 10th, the 6th to the 10th. I think it was the 6th, so just about a month ago.
Okay.
And then the rest of the EP is out on the 10th of April.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay, so coming right up. Very, very cool. By the way, I apologize if I think I might have said Starflight, but it's Starlight.
Oh, Starlight. Yeah.
I think I might have said Starflight because the lyrics I'm thinking about a Starflight, I guess.
as we all are, right?
Yeah.
Artemis launching. I've been keeping track of that. I knew that was coming, but I didn't realize the timing of it was so kind of perfect that the EP is going to release the day that they come back.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is kind of fun. So
that's awesome. That's awesome. So tell us about the inspiration for this EP.
So the EP's kind of got a funny story. It's the redheaded stepchild of sorts. We had originally, when we were working on our last bunch of EPs, not the Ethereal Journey, that's this one. Dystopian Chronicles.
Oh, yes.
Right. We had originally planned that to be an album with 6 or 7 songs. And then we had actually written Ethereal Journey to be kind of the big third act of that album. And our PR folks that we were working with at the time were like, hey, you really shouldn't do that. You should break this up into multiple EPs. And then we got to a point where they wanted us to do more singles and individual songs than just release one EP that was one 23-minute long song. And so we kind of did that, and we just kept putting off Ethereal Journey. We were like, all right, well, we'll just do this next as its own thing. And so we just finally got to this point. It was just kind of a coincidence that the song that was going to go with it ended up being Starlight. So we had those two songs together were kind of the ones that we really wanted to release. Starlight. We needed to release it with something. And the next thing that we knew we wanted to release was Ethereal Journey. So it was like, let's just do like a space adventure themed EP and just go from there.
Right. Something I want people to know, and I'm sure you want them to know this too, is you got to go online and see the video. I love the video for Starlight.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks. I'm curious to know more about that because you guys are in your space suits, I guess would be or uniforms.
Yeah.
and you're just playing the song, but it's a lot of fun. I really like the video.
Thanks. Yeah. Well, first, real quick, before we jump into all that stuff, I just want to say hi to Jen and say that as much as we've been following kind of your advocacy stuff with the healthcare and all that, it's really inspiring. You're doing a lot of great work. And I just hope that you are seeing the results out of it that you want to see out of it. I just wanted to say that on the top of the conversation. So
thank you.
Oh, very nice.
Keep fighting the good fight.
So much. Doing my best. My best.
And by the way, she is wearing her Warhog shirt.
I am. We are twinning today.
As am I.
Lovely.
We're both wearing our Warhog shirts.
You are one of my all-time favorites. So your words do mean quite a bit to me. Thank you.
Thank you. So yeah, the video, when we had the song put together, one of the things we knew we wanted to do was do an actual proper music video for YouTube. Like all the stuff that we have right now is just kind of stuff we've made for ourselves, and it's just live shots and whatever.
Yeah.
So we started talking about what's it take logistically to do something at that level, and we decided that we were doing it for Starlight because it's kind of that anthem-y. It's very single, perfect, with the catchy chorus and all that, and it's under 5 minutes long, so that's also nice. So we really just kind of settled on this idea of let's just get Amazon Prime spacesuit costumes and let's just we'll just do it the easiest way we can think of. Eric's, for lack of a better title, ex-brother-in-law, is a professional documentary filmmaker. And so he signed up to help us with this, and he did a great job. I mean, his camera work is really awesome, and he had a drone, and he really knew what he was doing. He's done some music videos before, and we just rented out this place that has this huge LED wall, and it was like, all right, well, let's just make it look silly, but also make it look serious. Like, we want, like, obviously we're four dudes in just the cheapest NASA knockoff costumes, and like our drummer is wearing a space helmet through the whole thing, which is a whole other story.
That's true. You never actually see your drummer. He's got the helmet on the whole time.
Yeah. And so we were like, it's gonna look ridiculous, so let's just kind of play it serious and ridiculous at the same time, and hopefully it comes across, because like the last thing I want is people thinking, oh, these guys think they look cool, but they look like a bunch of idiots.
Right.
It's like, no, we know we look like idiots, but we also know that, or we believe, that the song is really good. So it kind of shouldn't matter what we look like.
Right. Yeah.
So,
all right. So why is the drummer wearing the helmet?
So on this EP, our drummer Robert left the band at the end of last year. He left after our final show in December, and we knew we wanted this to come out. So we were working with another drummer, a friend of ours, through another band called the Humanist Project, based out of, I guess, Houston and somewhat Florida. These guys that Eric knows, their drummer is a dude named Chris Lucci, and he is a total monster. And, Eric took this opportunity to work with him on the whole. So Chris did the drums for the whole EP.
Okay.
So it's him you hear on Starlight and Ethereal Journey, and then Doctor. But of course, to shoot a video in Dallas, Texas, we needed a human drummer that we could have access to for a day.
Right.
And so our original drummer from like when we were all in our young adult band, Blake, knew we were looking for a drummer and said, hey, I'll help fill out for some gigs if you guys need me. And so we just pulled him in and said, well, just sit behind the kit and wear this space helmet.
Oh.
He was like, I mean, true heroics there, because that's 3 hours in a room without air conditioning, under lights and fog, and that big LED wall was hot.
I bet.
And he wore that thing and performed for like 3 straight hours. And he handed me that helmet afterwards, and it was disgusting.
I can imagine. Yeah.
Yeah. But Blake has decided to stay with us full time and be our drummer going forward. So that is our drummer, Blake.
Oh, okay.
But he wanted to wear that helmet. That was kind of his idea, because he didn't want people to misunderstand that that's not him playing drums.
Okay.
He didn't want to steal any of Chris's thunder, because Chris did such a great job on the track. But Blake is also a total monster.
Yeah.
And we're really excited to work on some new stuff with them. So.
Oh, fantastic. Excellent.
Yeah.
So when you play the song in the video, how many times do you have to run through it? Like during that, because you said it was a 3-hour shoot.
Yeah, we probably did it, I'd say 10, 11, 12 times maybe. I mean, we just would play it, and then we would reset and just play it again, and reset and play it again. It was pretty ridiculous. It was just nonstop. Just every 6-7 minutes we're playing the song over and over again. The best was when there's a couple of slow motion shots in the video that Jonathan's camera would film at 48 frames per second. So he was able to film us at high speed and then slow us down for the slow-mo.
Yeah.
Which meant we had to mime to the song at 200% speed.
Oh.
Which was really hard to do, only because it sounded so ridiculous. And, you play things fast in a metal band, but like to hear a song and like try to play along with it and mime and then like do the vocals and stuff.
Right.
It was pretty silly. I'm surprised we even got any good footage at all, but there you go. We saved that one for the end, because we knew after that we'd be done.
Yeah. No, like I said, the video came out great. I love the video.
Thank you.
So I'm curious about the title track. So the title track is 23 minutes.
Yes.
Is that the longest? That's got to be the longest song you guys have done, right?
Oh yeah, by far.
Yeah.
That was the thing. Eric's always wanted to do a really long epic, continuous song like that.
Yeah.
One of our favorite bands growing up is Dream Theater, and they had an EP that came out one time called Change of Seasons, and it was like side A was this one song called Change of Seasons that was, I don't know, 5 or 6 movements, and it was 22 something minutes long.
Yeah.
And the rest of it was all live recordings. And he was like, I want to do that someday. And so that idea has stuck with him. And as soon as we started Warhog and we started writing slower, longer songs and was like, oh, this song's 10 minutes. Oh, this song's also 10 minutes. He immediately was like, I'm going to do Ethereal Journey. And I was like, all right, like go nuts. And he did. He showed up with it one day.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's just it. It was just his little challenge to himself to write something that long and continuous. And then for us to all kind of start learning it and recording it. And it was, it's been fun. I'm glad that we finished it so that other people can listen to it, because we've been enjoying it for probably a year or so now.
Sure.
And knowing how kind of ridiculous it is, but
interestingly, so when I listen to it, it doesn't seem like at the end of it, it doesn't seem like 23 minutes has gone by, which and I mean that in the best possible way.
Yeah.
It's like there's a band in our area called Able Blood, and they have a song called Mental Note that's 11 minutes. But I remember telling those guys, you get to the end of it, you don't feel like it was 11 minutes. Somehow it seems like half that. And I get the same feeling listening to Ethereal Journey. Yeah, it's long, but at the end of it, I don't feel like it's been 23 minutes. It keeps me engaged when I listen to it. So I think that's to your credit. I think it came out great. I really like it a lot, and I encourage people to listen to it and invest the time to listen to it, because it's really good.
Thanks. Thank you. Yeah, no, he will love to hear that. I agree. It's fun to go back even for me to listen to, because I still, like obviously I recorded singing it, but I don't know that I know the lyrics all the way through. Like, I don't know that I've got to memorize, because I've always had the sheet in front of me, because it is like 9 verses or something of music.
Right.
To where I'm just trying to figure out what comes next. Oh yeah, it's this part, and so I'm always kind of, even when I listen to it, I get taken on that little adventure myself.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, this is the part where the drums kick in.
Right.
So it's fun. It's a fun little tune.
Because that's
God only knows if we'll work it up live and play it.
I was curious about that. Yeah, that was going to be my next question. Actually, do you have plans to play that live? But
we've talked about what it would look like. I mean, the reality is it would take up so much of our set
right.
to do just the one thing. We've talked about doing like, let's pick the 10 minutes that would be the best to do, and kind of like hit all the spots. So we'll maybe start looking at that this summer. But
yeah,
I honestly don't know if we'll do that. It might just be something fun that we recorded, and you just got to imagine what it would sound like live.
And the story that you're telling in that song, it's kind of, I mean, that's the main crux of the story, right? Like Starlight's kind of the introduction, here we are, we're going to space, and then Ethereal Journey is the story, right?
Well, yeah, they're not really related. They're just coincidentally themed.
Okay.
Similarly, right? Like Starlight was a thing that, I mean, in my head, Eric had already written Ethereal Journey. I knew what it was. I'd been, I'd recorded demos of it for us to work through.
Oh, okay.
Probably back in 2023.
Okay.
Right. So by the time I'm writing Starlight 2 years later, I'm not thinking, oh, these two songs are at all related, because there was so much time between them.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Because remember the plan was to release it as the follow-up from our first album. Right.
Okay.
So like we've just been waiting to get this one out the door.
Yeah.
It just so happened that the timing was like, oh, what are the two songs? Ethereal Journey and Starlight. Of course they would be. So
right. No, that makes sense. Yeah.
So yes, Starlight's different. It's just, it's kind of my, let's send a bunch of dudes up into space and send them on an adventure, where Eric's is more like, it's, apocalyptic future. We've got to send, it's kind of almost Hail Mary-ish in a way. Of course, I know that had nothing to do with it, because he had not read that book, and that movie was like years from being made.
Sure.
But it's like, the planet is super dying, and we get a strange message, and he, the lone traveler gets sent off to go find out what the message is. And it's not necessarily help. It's someone or something that transforms this guy into a god, basically gives him all this cosmic power. And then instead of coming back to help the earth, he's going to come back and conquer it,
Right.
It's just kind of a weird, that's kind of the story of Ethereal Journey.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you close it with, you've got the cover of Dr. Doctor by UFO, which, and by the way, some people are going to listen to it and not realize it's a cover. Some people, obviously, I'm sure you have fans who maybe have even told you, I didn't realize at first that was a cover, because not everyone knows UFO, obviously. Right. But I really like that too. And I'm curious why you chose that song. And, I guess the name of the band it's taken from obviously fits the,
I didn't even think about that. Really? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Of course. That is, I literally had not put that together until you just said it. That's hilarious.
Oh, that's funny.
How could I even miss that? My God. I wish you could see me. Like, I'm doing the whole Captain Picard face palming thing. Like, what am I? Okay. So I'm a huge Iron Maiden fan. I always have been.
Me too. Yep.
And if you've ever seen them in concert, they're kind of, between bands, they always play house music.
Yes.
But Iron Maiden's like, all right, guys, everybody walk to the stage. Music is a live track of Dr. Doctor by UFO from the Strangers in the Night live record. And they've been doing that for decades.
Okay.
Every time I've seen Iron Maiden since the 90s, they've come out to Dr. Doctor.
Okay.
And Eric and I went and saw them a few years ago. We just happened to be at the same concert together, standing on the floor next to each other, and Dr. Doctor comes on. And I don't know that he ever witnessed that, but the crowd goes nuts. It's it's that first step into an Iron Maiden concert, which for so many of us is basically like going to church,
Right.
It's here we go.
Right.
And the crowd gets real amped up and we're all singing, Dr. Doctor, please. And he's like, this song rocks. And I was like, yeah, it does. And I knew it. I've recorded demos of it myself just for fun. And I was like, we should do this. And he was like, absolutely. Which Eric is not one usually for covers, because I think a lot of times when you cover someone's music, it comes with a lot of expectation, right? Like,
yeah,
what bands do you really love, and what bands are you trying to sound like, and can you pull it off? And a lot of times it's best left, I think, avoided, right?
Right.
But Eric was kind of really keen on this idea of mine, which also he's usually not keen on my ideas anyway. And so I just worked this version up, and we kind of went with it. And then when we had the EP and we were like, all right, well, we've got Starlight, we've got Ethereal Journey, we need something else to kind of round it out. And we really didn't have anything unreleased that we were waiting to release that isn't part of our next album.
Yeah.
And so we just kind of were like, well, should we do Dr. Doctor? And it was like, yeah, that would be fun, because then it's it's a cover that we could probably release, and that'll be fun. And people that might listen to the original might find our cover, then find us and be like, oh, these guys are, kind of, they're heavy metal. They're doing something interesting. And just give us one extra thing that maybe could end up on the radio somewhere.
Yeah.
There's a guy in Dallas, Chaz Knight. He does a local show, and one of his kind of recurring things is he'll do a show. He hasn't maybe done it in a while, or I've not caught it, but he does rock. He calls it Rockstar Karaoke.
Okay.
And the whole program of that hour-long show is covers by other bands. Right?
Okay.
So he'll do Pantera's cover of what is it, Planet Caravan, or the Faith No More War Pigs, right? So and I was like, oh, this would be a good way to get on that. We could be a local band. One, be a local band, but two, having a cover that's kind of radio worthy.
Yeah.
So it was like, well, let's just throw Dr. Doctor together and put that out there with it. And it turned out to, we had fun doing it. And
yeah,
I think it turned out pretty well. And like you mentioned, I still can't believe that completely slipped my mind. UFO, duh. And it's so funny. You think I'm kidding about that, but if you look anywhere that we've talked about the EP,
yeah,
that's not mentioned.
Oh, that's funny.
because I had not put that together somehow. I'm so focused on it being like a cover and like, oh, I hope this goes over well. I hope people, like, oh, why Dr. Doctor? Why are you guys doing a cover? It's like, because of the UFO, but I really never put that together. I can't believe it.
Oh, that's awesome. That's funny. So did the song get on that show?
We haven't released it yet. If you're going to play it, you're the first person to do it.
Oh,
so.
Nice.
Yeah,
I am going to play it at the end of our conversation. So very good. Very good. It'll be the world radio premiere of that track. I love it.
There you go.
we love those. Now, and when you do a cover like that, did you say that's the first time you've done a cover in Warhog?
Yeah, like an official cover of someone else's stuff. I mean, we've early days we played like a Black Sabbath song at a gig one night because we needed something to fill the space.
Yeah.
Like we only had 10-minute long songs. We needed something that was only 5 minutes. It's like,
okay.
Right, well, let's just play this.
We
don't really do covers.
So when you recorded Dr. Doctor, were you, did you feel like you wanted to keep it close to the original, or were you more concerned with kind of putting your own stamp on it, or what was your approach there?
I'd say about 50-50.
Yeah.
I don't love covers that vary wildly from their original, with the exception of like, All Along the Watchtower, I think is like, when you try to reinvent a song, that's the gold standard. And we definitely weren't going to try and do that.
Yeah.
But I also didn't want to make it a joke. I didn't want to force it into something that it wasn't. So I think I just maybe slowed it down just a hair. And I took some of the guitar noodling away. Like the intro's got this really great Schenker kind of improv solo that every time I've listened to it live, it's a little bit different. It's got a little bit of a different flavor. And then I can't really do that as one guitar player.
Right.
So, we did the harmonies and I kind of did it. Well, if Eric and I were going to do this live, what would it sound like? So I worked out the two parts and then we kind of just, all right, okay. So it's got the chug in the background. It's got some different rhythms going on, held out chords and some other stuff that I like to do. So I kind of made it ours without really taking it too far from, I think, what the original version is, which is just kind of like a heavy, which is what we love. So
right. Absolutely. So the EP Ethereal Journey comes out April 10th, and then it's going to be on all the streaming platforms, I assume.
That's correct.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And then are you playing these out live already, or?
Yeah, we had a show in March in Houston.
Okay.
Our first kind of show with Blake, our new guy who's coming along with us. We got 4 shows that we're doing. I dare to call it a tour. It's really more like an extended weekend, but we're doing 4 nights in 4 states back to back here in a week and a half. We're doing Joplin, Missouri. Then we're doing Louisville, Kentucky, Fort Wayne, Indiana, and Nashville, Franklin, Tennessee. Kind of Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We're going to go play with some friends of ours called Salem's Child. They're based out of Fort Wayne, kind of Kokomo, Indiana.
Okay.
We're playing with a bunch of great bands, just kind of all along the trip, and that'll be kind of our Ethereal Journey run. We're gonna, Starlight is the big one from that.
Yeah.
And so we're excited to play it a bunch and get it out there. And it'll be nice that we have an EP that'll be out. The video will have been out. So hopefully people will have checked all of that stuff out and kind of know what they're getting into. We're not bringing the spacesuits or anything.
I was about to ask you that. Yeah.
It'll just be us in our regular stage gear, but we've got them. So who knows what'll happen to them?
Right.
They might end up in the mix at some point. We'll see.
And then, so what's next for you guys after this? Cause you're always working on music.
We are. We've got a couple things. With Blake coming in, we want to give him an opportunity to kind of work himself into the band. So there's some smaller projects that I think we're going to try and get out this year. One of them is, I've been teasing it on YouTube, if anybody has been paying attention, but I've been working on a EP celebrating the 40th anniversary of Transformers, the movie.
Oh, no kidding.
That we're going to release as Warhog. And it's because that soundtrack had a bunch of like really great kind of 80s rock tunes, including the Transformers theme. So I've been doing them and putting them on YouTube, and we're going to get Blake in the studio and he's going to do the drums on them, and Eric's going to mix and master them. And we're going to release those as just a fun EP, I think, at the end of the summer. And then we're going to try and get in and do a live studio recording with Blake and just knock out a couple of the songs that we're playing on this little tour.
Yeah.
And then, because we're going to do a full album at the end of the year, start working on this thing called The Collector that we've been developing in the background. And hopefully it'll come out early 2027.
Okay.
This 9 songs, all kind of intentionally 5 minutes or less, very kind of straight up traditional metal, half concept album, but it's going to be fun. Some of the songs we're really, really excited about. And, but it's going to be kind of, I think, our big eggs in a basket moment where we're going to put all of our effort into this thing. We're going to get it sounding perfect. And then we're going to hopefully start shopping it around to labels and see if we can do something with it. I think it's going to be, maybe we're hoping that it'll be the thing that starts to really push us forward in a lot of ways.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you guys are already doing great stuff. Love to see it.
Thanks.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Love the EP. So Scott, in a moment, we'll let you go. We'll hit that track, Dr. Doctor, the world radio premiere of Warhog's cover of Dr. Doctor by UFO. But where's the best place for people to go online to keep up with everything that you guys are doing as a band?
It's social media, Facebook and Instagram. We are at Warhog DFW. That's Warhog, WARHOG, DFW, like Dallas Fort Worth. And our website, warhogband.com. But we're real active on social media all the time. So anything that we're up to, you will find out about it that day. We'd love to get more followers and more folks getting ears on our stuff. So we're on all streaming platforms. We've got a YouTube channel. We're pretty easy to find once you start looking for us.
Absolutely. And speaking of the YouTube channel, again, I cannot stress enough to our listeners, please go check out the video for Starlight. It's really, really fun. I just absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. All right, Scott Beatley of Warhog, thank you so much, my friend, for joining us today. We'll let you go, and we're going to hit that track. But always love talking with you. And
thank you.
Absolutely love the music. And I'm sure we'll talk again soon. You guys are always up to something, so I'm sure we'll be talking again soon.
Absolutely. All right, you guys have a great day. Thank you.
You too, Scott. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Right, bye, Jen.
All right, that is Scott Beatley of Warhog. And right now, okay, so this is, I get to use the bumper. This is the world radio premiere because this is not out yet. The EP comes out April 10th. So, the single Starlight, you can find that. But the EP comes out on the 10th. So you will not hear this anywhere, what we're about to play. UFO, Dr. Doctor, as covered by Warhog. Here we go.
You are listening to WMNH
95.3.
World premiere.
Oh, love it. You heard it here first. That is the world radio premiere of Warhog's cover of the UFO song, Doctor Doctor. It's on, of course, Warhog's new EP, Ethereal Journey, which comes out April 10th. The single is out now, Starlight. And again, I cannot stress enough, you must, not right now, wait till the end of the show. You must go to YouTube and check out the video for that. We love Warhog so much, too. Jenny and I both have our Warhog shirts on today.
Twinning today.
Such a great band. We've had a lot of great bands from Texas on the show, but
actually,
Warhog is absolutely one of our favorites.
I was very happy to hear from them.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And thank you again to Scott Beatley of Warhog for joining us on the show today. Some quick music news.